Hi there, this is Ryan Flanagan, digital marketer and reputation intelligence consultant. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how to use the social marketing leads and content manager tool to generate content for your social media pages. But before we start, think about how difficult it is to continuously post several times a day. What do you talk about to add value and retain interest? This tool automates this content curation process and allows you to republish relevant articles immediately or at any desired point in the future. So let's go ahead and get started. From the overview screen, we are going to click the Build Fans tab in the nav bar. And we are using a client of mine who is already integrated RSS feeds, but we're going to show you how to set this up for your business. Once you click the Build Fans tab, you would simply go to Manage Content Searches. And initially, you are simply going to see these two icons. You're not going to see very many, if at all, RSS feeds within your library. The RSS library tab here actually will allow you to access RSS feeds that are a little bit more generalized. You can narrow them down basically by industry category, and that may definitely help narrow down your feed search. But there's another way that you can also add RSS feeds to your library that may be a little bit more defined, and that would be through clicking the Add RSS Feed icon here. Now, at this point, you are presented with a URL field and a name field and a category field. And what the system requires you to do is at this point, you would need to go to a RSS source on another third-party website and actually locate a URL specifically for the RSS feed that relates with your business. So in the example here with the kickboxing gym, we would want to go to any RSS site such as feedage.com, and there are many other library sites as well. You just simply need to go to any search engine and type in your business's specialty and then followed by RSS feeds. That's a great way to do initialize a search. Once you've found the relevant RSS search that applies to your business, you would simply copy it. And most all of the URL addresses for RSS feeds will incorporate RSS language in the URL itself. So you would simply copy it and then go back to your social marketing tab and paste it and then click the name category, and if it was uploaded correctly, it should already add the name of the source. If it was not accepted, it will not register the name automatically. Another way to further define this for later visibility is to just implement a category, and you can type that in. And then once you've done that, you would just click Save. And let's say you've already had the RSS feed in your library, then you would get this error message. Also, if the RSS URL was not correct, you would also get an error message. But in this case, it was because we already had that feed in our library. So upon getting the URL inserted into that field and having the name automatically come up, you would click Save, and then it would be added. So let's cancel out of here. And once you are done adding all of your RSS feeds, you can also generate content through Twitter by adding relevant subjects and services that you provide, so that when people are talking about those particular services or needs on Twitter, and it is of value to share that information as well to your followers, you can basically use this system to collect tweets and then retweet them. And we've done that through clicking this icon, Add a Twitter Content Search. and you would simply key in a keyword or phrase that people who would be interested or are interested about what you do would be talking about. So in this case for Jim, it would be nutrition or staying active or something along those lines. And you would simply just click any specific language you're looking for. In this event, you can also add the location of your business to make it more geo-specific, and you can click preview to test. Once you've gotten sufficient number of tweeters talking about your specific services and you're satisfied with that key phrase, then all you would need to do is click save. So for example, let's say working out, and we could click preview, and once we click preview we would have folks talking about working out, and if that was what we decided, we would just click save. In this case, we're going to go ahead and cancel. So now we've set up our RSS feed library and our content search for Twitter to be able to retweet. We would now go back to the Build Fans tab, and we would be able to filter the feeds that we've just created depending on what specifically we want to talk about. If we didn't want to filter, all we would need to do is check the boxes next to each subject. That would give us the ability then to have all of these articles now automatically pulled into our dashboard, where we can then take any story that we choose and click republish. Our social media pages have already been established, and that was simply by going through to the settings tab and connecting each one of your business's social media pages. And once that has been done, you would see them in this post to column. Another great feature about this, guys, is the fact that you can delete any particular social media network or add them dependent on what message you choose to send out on what network. So you can delete or add as you see fit. Keep in mind with Twitter, the character total needs to be no more than 140 characters. And anytime you see this number in this column, if it's red, it's going to be over the allotted number of characters. So please do keep that in mind. If you were to delete the Twitter page from posting this particular article, then it would reevaluate the number and it would not be an issue, it would not be a concern. So, but when you do add Twitter, that is factored into the number of characters. So, additionally, another great feature of this is the ability to take a long strand URL and copy it and then add it to our bit.ly shortener, which is already a part of this system, and you would be able to see that it has taken the shortening link and it provides you the ability to review it right away if you wanted to preview it first. And by doing that, you can then go back and delete the existing long strand URL address. So at this point, with Twitter being a part of our post, we would need to edit this down and shorten it so that it fits within the Twitter regulation of the 140 characters. And that just takes some simple editing. And once we've completed that, we will have a positive number of 5, but because it is in the black, that means we actually have 5 characters left before we went over the 140. At that point, you can preview each of the ways that the article would be presented in those networks, and you would simply either click post right away, or if you wish to schedule it out, you can do so at any point in the future simply by clicking the date, and a calendar is going to pull up, and you can click any future date on that calendar and then accordingly click the time at which you desire to post it. At which point, if it is any point in the future, you would click Post. Your dashboard would register that as a success and would be shown out under the Post Schedule tab within the scheduled posts. Now, if I were not to do anything to this post will post on March 10th at 3:15 in the morning. But obviously, we are using this as an example, so we're going to go ahead and delete that. And you can also do the same if you made a mistake as far as the time frame, or it's not the post that you wish to share in the first place. So there you have it. Gone ahead and shown you how to set up the Content Curation Manager with RSS feeds in the Social Marketing Leads and Content Manager tool. And we look forward to seeing your successes with this as you grow your business through social media. Thanks again, and we'll see you on our next video.